Alrighty, hey guys, what's up? It's KYLE9965 here. I decided to answer your Q&A. I'm gonna answer your Q&A vids today instead of waiting this weekend because I got a ton of questions from you guys already. From just a few people who answered in. So how this goes with the Q&A vid for my new subscribers. This is how I do Q&A vids. I'll start off by mentioning the person's name. Once I mention the person's name, I'll list all of his questions and answer them. You'll know once I get to your set of questions when I mention your name, and then I'll go down the list and answer all your questions, and then I move on to the next set, and I just repeat the process. Because this is I got quite a few questions. This may be 2 or 3 vids of a Q&A session, which I've never done before. I've always done everything in one vid, so I'm going to try to answer all your questions, within an ample amount of time because I don't want to make it too long, otherwise you won't watch the whole thing. So, here I go. So the first set of questions comes in from Mr. Big Red 1990. Your question is, do you follow soccer? If so, do you support any team? I do not follow soccer. I've seen, a couple of soccer games, and it's a pretty interesting sport, but I never really followed soccer, and so because of that, I don't know. I'm not aware of any, famous soccer teams, to follow. Your next question is, who is my favorite musician or / group of all time? My favorite musician, Michael Jackson. Music is my thing. He's my inspiration for music, like all musicians always say. But that's it's a fact because it just goes to show you how much Michael Jackson has influenced so many musicians' lives. And so Michael Jackson is an influence to me. So Michael Jackson is my favorite musician of all time. In terms of a group, I can't really think of an American group, but I'll just say for a South Korean group named Big Bang. They're one of my favorite groups of all time. And your next question is favorite movie. Favorite movie, the Star Wars trilogy, hands down. And then your last question is, what do I think of WWE's decision to give Sheamus the Royal Rumble victory? I think it's a good thing. I mentioned in my video, like a month before Jericho came back, that I picked Jericho as my primary choice. I didn't mention in that video, but I think like a couple of weeks after that, like on Raw leading up to Royal Rumble, I did mention that even though Jericho was my primary choice, Sheamus was my second pick to win the Rumble. So, and a lot of people wanted Jericho to win. So a lot of people kind of a little bit teed off that Sheamus won, but to me it wasn't a big surprise because he was my second primary choice after Jericho. So I'm happy for him. Hopefully he wins the world title at WrestleMania, because just a fun fact here, but it's been 4 years since a wrestler who's won the Royal Rumble failed at winning a world title at WrestleMania. The last person who won the Rumble and successfully won the title at that year's WrestleMania was Undertaker back in 2007. So, and it's been 4 years since then where those who won the Rumble have failed. So I hope Sheamus succeeds. Next set of questions comes from WTK for Life 1. Your questions are, what is my top 5 K-pop girl group? Top 5. I'll start from number 5. Number 5 would be Rainbow. Number 4 would be Kara. Number 3 would be 2NE1. Number 2, Miss A. Number 1, Sonishide. Your other question is, why is Tiffany your favorite Sonishide member? Tiffany is my favorite Sonishide member because, one, she's just absolutely just pretty from her bright smile to her smiling eyes. 2, she's a Christian. She has really good morals and values, for a girl, her age, which is really hard to find in today's generation, at least, to find a good girl who has morals like that. And like I said, on top of that, she's a Christian, and she has a heart for God, and I love her personality, a bubbly, outgoing personality. What are my thoughts on Sheamus winning the Royal Rumble? Like I told Mr. Big Red, who has a similar question, I think it's a good thing. What's my favorite wrestler, past, present? My favorite wrestler from the past would be, I'm going blank here. The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Those are my two favorite wrestlers. They're like tied at one. I can't put one over the other. They're both evenly matching everything. Except I think Rock is a better wrestler than Austin, but still, besides that, they're like head to head to me. So those are my favorite wrestlers of all time. Favorite wrestlers at present: CM Punk, AJ Styles, Davey Richards, in that order, and also Chris Hero as well. And then your last question is, who in ROH do I want to see sign with the WWE? I picked three major star. Well, I don't say major star, but I picked three stars that I like to see in WWE. That's Kevin Steen, Chris Hero, and Jay Lethal. I like to see those three in the WWE. Okay. Let's see. Next set of questions come from, hold on for 1 second, I have to see the time here. Okay. Next set of questions come from good old QR. What's up, buddy? Your question is, do I follow NFL? If I do, who do I think will win the Super Bowl? Like soccer, don't really watch that much, although I probably watch football more than I do soccer, so I am aware of, a lot of teams and the games and stuff like that. Haven't followed this season as much, but I am a fan of the Patriots, and I do want them to win. A lot of people hate the Patriots because they call them swing winners and everything else, but I like them a lot. They're one of my favorite teams. Your next question is, what do I think of seeing Punk and Jericho at Mania? Honestly, as much as I love Rock, who's a wrestler, who represents, our generation, in wrestling, I'm actually more interested in seeing Punk and Jericho at Mania than I am Rock versus Cena. I just think, the type of promos these guys can cut, both being snarly and sarcastic and witty, and then their phenomenal technical wrestling skills, I think could be probably the best match on the WrestleMania card. As we're looking forward, looking to it now, I don't know what other match they may add, but I can predict that might be the best match on the card. And a lot of people say, too, that they think Chris Jericho, when Chris Jericho first attacked the Punk this past Monday on Raw, I'm like, okay, why are they doing this? I thought like maybe after Elimination Chamber they may, start up the build, but because they kind of hot-shot it right away after the Rumble, it kind of made me thinking, what if Jericho beats Punk at Elimination Chamber and Punk chases him for the title at Mania? Because a lot of people's opinions when it comes to, since Punk's been champion now and he's had the belt for a while, a lot of people say that, in their opinions, they think CM Punk is boring, they think he's a boring champion, and they think he makes a better chaser for the title than he does an actual champion. Me personally, I've enjoyed Punk's reign as a WWE champion because it has not flip-flopped a lot. I think he is bringing some prestige prestige and importance back into the belt. But I can see why sometimes people may say they think they enjoy Punk better as a chaser than they do an actual champion. And so I think, if you're going to get these guys in the program leading up to Mania, it'd probably be best to have Punk chase Jericho for the title belt and win it back at Mania. So I'll be looking forward to that if it goes that way. Your thoughts? Then you asked me, what do I think of seeing Undertaker and Triple H at Mania? I don't want to see it at all. I know why they're doing it, because really there's someone else for Undertaker to really work with. But yeah, I don't care to see this. And then your last question here. I know you sent in two more, but the last of the first question you sent in was, what's my thoughts on John Cena turning heel? You know what? Honestly, I think John Cena, I'm starting to wonder myself, is John Cena heel turn, is it long overdue? That's what I'm beginning to wonder. Is it long overdue for John Cena to turn heel? And it's like, is it to the point where I feel like for myself, well, it comes to the point where when John Cena finally does turn heel, would I even care? So I'll make a different video, a topic to talk about this more in detail. But I think the story that they have going on with it is interesting. But I don't think the build, I should say, this whole dynamic with him and Kane, the story is interesting. I am interested in it. It has got me invested, but I don't know if I really would care to see. I don't know if I would care about John Cena, once he does turn heel. Is it long overdue? So I think I spent an ample amount of time on this video. So this is it for part 1 of possibly 3. I think we're going to do 3 because you guys sent me so many questions. I want to answer them all, you know, give my full details on them. So this is part 1 of 3 of my Q&A vid. So watch this, and I'll answer the rest of you guys' questions on the other 2 vids. So check this one out and the other 2 coming up. Peace.